When I interview customers, I would recommend someone to, I say start in their world. What does that mean? It's not helpful to dive right into, okay, we're trying to market this thing and these are the 5, 6, 7 points we're trying to sell on. Does that resonate with you? You're speaking your language. You need to be speaking their language. So I like to start with very simple questions, but confirming their title, their role, what the responsibilities are. That helps to, one, just get them more comfortable with the conversation, and that will, in my experience, allows them to open up a little bit more as you're talking to them, asking them questions about what their challenges are.
If you can get some background intel on these folks too, and we try to do that to understand, ahead of time, who you are, who do you talk to, what do you do if you hang out online, stuff like that. To get into their world, sometimes there's no other thing to do than to actually get into it. And so we rely on, in some cases, pre-calls or just some light information gathering from our team to figure out, like, who are you? Try to get to know them a little bit before we ever talk to them.
In the beginning of the conversation, as I'm asking about their role, what they're working on, as they describe things like, say, they're working on managing some supply chain issues, they're having issues with their own supplies and their customers are too, that's something that is inherently stressful for a business owner or for an engineering manager. So something as simple as, that sounds like a lot to manage, or that sounds like a big challenge. Something as simple as a statement confirming, or that sounds like this, would you agree with that? Makes them feel seen, feel heard, and then they tend to open up more. Yes, that is very stressful. I am really challenged with trying to get things out the door, and I need XYZ to help me do that. There you got that nugget of, I need XYZ, that's what you're looking for, but you did it in a way that felt more natural and was more of a conversation-based approach.
It'd be like giving them a chance to complain about a problem. Who doesn't like complaining, right? Let's be honest. I love moaning about my problems to whoever's going to listen. And if we give these customers a chance to do that, you can get a lot of really great information, like contextual information about their world that, even the best prepared interview question list might not be able to capture. Mm-hmm. Just those off the cuff, tactics that we use to demonstrate empathy ends up being very technically useful too.
Mm-hmm. And just one thing to piggyback off of that, that's something that you couldn't get if you were to send your customer a questionnaire. When people are given a list of questions, they have more time to prepare the answer, but when you're just talking to them, it's person to person. Like Toby said, they're more likely to open up. So that's such a huge advantage of the face-to-face or video face-to-video face customer interview. Another way that testing assumptions or sort of paraphrasing back to them why that is valuable is, obviously, as you're listening to them talk about things, you're thinking in it through your lens of what's important to me. So for instance, if a customer is saying, oh my gosh, I'm dealing with all these supply chain issues, you might test it back and say, it sounds like an equipment supplier that can meet deadlines or respond on a dime is very important to you. Is that true? So there you're able to get some information that is important to your eventual marketing efforts and quickly test those assumptions and get their gut check. And it's okay to be wrong sometimes. They might say, no, actually, XYZ is actually more important, but you got to ask.
I'll sometimes maybe go so far as to make an assumption, which I even know is wrong, but I just want to put it to them and like tell me why this is wrong. Mm-hmm. Tell me why I'm wrong here. You always get a deeper understanding of a thing if you poke and prod at it.
Exactly. They say why it's wrong. You get more of the why behind it.